Welcome to S.O.D Talk, where we're going to dive deep into some of the defensive formations, results, and plays against the Indianapolis Colts of Week 1. While this film is discouraging, there are some, well, albeit minimal, positive impacts. Please stay tuned while we dive deep. All right, let's get this out the way. I thought this was a wheel route against the cover two initially. However, it was just an out and up. Duck doesn't have anything that immediately threatens his flat, so he can actually sink underneath this. I understand why he's underneath it, but not the way he should be. Like he should be up on his hip because you want to play it almost like man. Because if you get two verticals, this is how you kind of play palms, which will probably have been a better call. But you got to play it like palms because you are a curl flat defender. You have nothing in your curl, you have nothing in your flat. Fine work. You continue to get depth, get underneath that route. Now you have an opportunity to actually, like, it was a great ball, but you have an opportunity to defend it. Like, if you get beat, they're gonna say, "Oh, you got beat. It was a man." It wasn't even really just your responsibility, but the safety was occupied because you have the post, like that seam post by the tight end. Like, is like you gotta help people out. You can't just sit there and cover grass. Like, they'll run this all day against cover two. Then you gotta change the coverage because you don't know how to adjust the coverage mid play. All right, we get a stick flat to the bottom of the screen. This is just where your DB is not playing disciplined football. You are a curl flat player. You get a curl, but you also get a flat. You also have a hook curl player. If you have a curl and you get a flat, you have to go to the flat. You can show curl and then get to the flat to kind of take away that first quick read, but you can't get outflanked and then because no one's out there. There's no deep flat player. You the only flat player, so you have to play the flat. This becomes a situation later in the game that they will rectify with a different player. Rasul Douglas does a much better job because you have to trust your player that's going to come up and attack that curl from the linebacker position. This is the correct rep of how to do it. You drive on the flat, force the quarterback to come back to that curl, and throw the ball there. Trust your guys. So at the bottom of the screen, you're gonna see Duck is like in man coverage, and he just doesn't trigger. It's like he doesn't trust his eyes. This is a young corner who is not playing fast. And I want to blame the coaches, but my only blame could be on the coaches for playing a player who is not ready. He's young. You want him to get reps. You want him to get better. I get it, but he was not ready. This is a clear example of a young player not trusting what he's been taught. His feet are pattering. He sees it. Drive on the ball. This should be like a knockout, an interception. He does make the tackle, but because he sees it so early, he just doesn't come up and make the play. And you'll see in the very next play, Rasul Douglas does it the way you're supposed to, but the ball comes out faster. But the guy has no opportunity to even put his foot in the ground and make any kind of yak or take a step further. It's so frustrating because those are the little things that makes the difference in a game. Look at the bottom of your screen here. Watch Rasul Douglas. He looks like he's actually in cover three. He probably could be in man. I'm not sure. But look at his feet. It goes boom. Foot hit the ground. He is driving on the ball before the ball is even out of his hand. You can see as he starts to go into his storm motion, the DB says, "I'm going." He trusts his eyes. He trusts his eyes. Get there. And he's covering more ground than Duck had to cover because even further in his back pedal because he wasn't sure if it was going to be anything deep. So he's even further away, but he makes contact before the guy can even complete the entire process of a catch. Like, it's so frustrating as a DB to see this. Stop patterning your feet. No false steps. Break. Drive, drive, drive. Plant foot, drive foot. Plant foot, drive foot. All right, I don't know how much of this is on Duck or how much they teach it because I did see Jack run it with the same type of technique where they're in cover four, they get depth. He gets a wheel route on the outside of the numbers, and you get a post or skinny post on the inside of the numbers. I've always been taught to split the difference, and your safety is supposed to help you on the inside route, and you are supposed to be able to break. If it breaks out, you can be able to get on it, but you have something that's already out. You rarely going to have something that goes into this breakout, and you're going to have something that's already out there. You have a threat out there. You can't carry that thing all the way into the safety And who's covering the wheel route? It's a touchdown. It's a touchdown if the ball is thrown in his hands. He threw a kind of back shoulder and he ended up having to go up and catch it. But it's so frustrating because it, you in cover four. That's your zone. Like, you have the right defense for what you're getting. You have everybody in every zone for every route. Well, I don't know if it's how they taught the technique, but if they don't teach a technique like that, that is awful. See, this is where I don't want to kill him because Jack Jones, same coverage, cover four, and he gets it in a seam route, which looks like a post. It is above. I mean, the difference in the levels are different, but he still carries it so much inside. You got inside help. You got a hook curl player. You got a deep post player. Like, why are you still on that? You got an outside threat in your coverage. Come off of it. You don't got to ride it on his hip when you got help there. It's not cover two where you're like, all right, cool, I'm going to give up the first down, but I'm not going to give up the touchdown. You in cover four. Like, play it right. You got something on the sideline that you should be squeezing a little bit more. Play in between it. If anything, that's the threat you should be more on than anything. You got two people inside to stick one. But why are you helping now? You got one out there that you need to cover. And let me be clear, I don't know what technique they're teaching. I don't know if they say squeeze number two and rally up to number one because you have the sideline to help you make the quarterback make a good throw. I don't know. They did have a flip slot, so the slot is at a like he's more upfield than the number one. So I get it. My thing is if you want like when you have a receiving threat on the outside at number one and you have a hook curl player and a post player, if he runs a post, you're good. If you were afraid that he might break out and run a corner route, okay, still stay deep, but stay outside. They're gonna run right into where you are covering. Why are you sticking it? Like, why? Even if they did throw that and you rally up to it, cool, I'm good with that. But I want you to be in the right place. Be in the right place. And if anybody is talking about the offsides, you looking at the wrong thing. Do your job. You don't know what the penalty is. You ain't the ref. Do your job all the time. Every play, 110%. You do the right thing 100% of the time. You're going to be right about 90% of the time because stuff don't go your way all the time. Like, this is the stuff that pissed me off. Like, do the thing. It's a cover four. No way. It's no way you can make a play on anything outside like that if you get an inside a seam route that's been an inside and you are sticking that and you got something outside, you're going to get beat every play, every time. This is just awful rep of man. You impressed. He beat you off the line of scrimmage. Just you all turned around, making you doing ballerina, looking like my little 4-year old who's trying to take ballet. Russell Douglas can't play man, and they look best when they were in man, but they can't play man because you can't trust these corners. Honestly, this is just a play where your eyes are in the wrong place. If his eyes are in a better place and he's in a better position to make a play, he could dive, drive, maybe even get an interception. I know Daniel Jones threw a skinny right on his guy, but I mean, you literally came into the right position because of the play action. It literally brought you right into the passing lane, but you're just slightly off because you're looking at the run. Like, play pass first and then come up to the run. And if you think I'm asking for too much, look at the other safety in the orange shoes, Malafanu. He sees it. He drives on it. Your eyes got to be in the right place, man. All right, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the S.O.D squad. Thank you for letting me be your host on S.O.D Talk. Again, this was frustrating to go through the film as a defender and defensive coach is even more frustrating. I expect a lot of things from this defense. Some of the good things I did see, I thought Jalen Phillips was the best pass rusher on our team. His burst is there. I don't think he has the same amount of balance to deal with when hands are put on him. Rasul Douglas was a plus defender in pass. You could just see the intelligence. Not the most explosive. Definitely can't play much man, in my opinion. I think Mika Fitzpatrick is probably not the all-pro he was before, but he is a plus starter. Um, Very good. I think he triggers very well on things in front of him. Our two middle linebackers, Dotson and Brooks, I really liked how they were able to play. They played very well. Um, I do think Grant was not good. I think Sealer underperformed for to be a leader of this defense. Um, Chubb is not worth the money. He took a pay cut, but he is not an elite pass rusher anymore. I think he's still a good pass rusher, but I mean, he's getting paid way too much. He's like a good guy, like good player, like that's it. And I wanted to see more, and I will see more against the Patriots, but as of right now, my friend said there was a lack of talent on this team. I can agree to an extent, but at the same time, when players are not like just doing fundamental high school level things, like you have an outside threat or you in cover two and you have nothing in the curl or the flat and you get something going deep on you and you don't sync with it, like simple stuff like that, like you're not going to beat anybody. Like you won't beat anybody.